Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a list of money saving tips for pretty much anybody that's watching this. So we're going to jump right in. Let's say, for instance, you're redoing one of the bedrooms in your house. You're going to turn that into a study or a quiet reading room or just a den in general. Before you go to one of these big furniture stores and pay $2,000-3,000 for whatever it is you want to put in there, consider going to a used furniture store. Go to a second-hand store. See what they've got available. It may not be exactly what you're looking for, but it may be something that's pretty nice, that's decent, comfortable, that's not all worn out. It's just looking for a new home. So instead of spending, like I say, $2,000-3,000, maybe you can get it for $300-400. Give that a shot first. Second is buy store brands. Instead of buying Del Monte, Libby's, brands like that, national brands, and you're going to pay, let's say you go in and buy a can of peas or corn or, canned potatoes, whatever the case may be. You buy a national brand, you're going to pay $1.20 for one of those cans. Whereas you buy, let's say Great Value, which is a Walmart private label, whatever. Garden Harvest, I think, is Winn-Dixie. You're going to pay 58-59 cents a can. You're going to pay twice as much for a national brand as you would for a private label brand. And I'm willing to bet all those vegetables are going to come out of the same processing plant, no matter what label is on the can. So, I know everybody's got their brands they're loyal to, but all I'm saying is give a store brand a chance. How about the readers out there, the people that like to read all the time? You can go out to any bookstore and lay down $20-25 for the latest edition from John Grisham, let's say, author I happen to like. Or you can go to a used bookstore and pay $5 or $6 for that same book. It may not be immediately. You may have to wait a year or two before you get that markdown price. Or you can buy a Kindle. I went on Amazon this morning and checked their Kindle prices, and yeah, they've got some pricey ones, let me tell you. But the entry-level Kindle on Amazon this morning, August 31st, 2025, was $89. And that Kindle had 3,000 gigabytes of storage, which equals out to about 3,000 books you can put on that Kindle. Now, if you buy all those books and you're going to spend that kind of money, you're looking at $30,000 in books. But if you look on the internet, type in Kindle free books, you're going to find all kinds of titles that are out there. And I mean everything. Not just travel or how to crochet, but mystery books, love, romance, whatever those things are called. You'll find all kinds of free Kindle books online. Maybe the kids will get you a Kindle for Christmas. You never know. Put the bug in their ear. Even a better option, go to your town's library and get a library card. It's free. And then you have access to literally thousands of books. You can just check them out, take them home, read them, bring them back, get you another book or two. And if your library doesn't have the book you're looking for, ask the librarian. I'd be willing to bet they can either find it or they can send you to a nearby library that already has it. Not to mention, you can get DVDs, you can get movies, you can get TV series, and it's all free. That's part of paying your taxes where you live. A free library card and access to literally thousands of books. Number 4, and I've said this before, cancel subscriptions. If you've got more than 1 or even 2 TV subscriptions, you're overpaying, way overpaying. You know, TV apps are what, $6, $7, $8 a month. You know, you got more than 1 or 2, you're forking out some cash, and you really don't need that many because there's only 24 hours in the day. How much TV can one person watch in 24 hours? Another one that I talked about, gym subscriptions. Yeah, we all start out, hey, I'm going to go to the gym. Well, you know how long that lasts, maybe 2 or 3 times. And one I wasn't sure were still around, but I found out today that they are magazine subscriptions. You know, older people, they say, whoever they are, the experts, they say that older folks like us, we want to have an actual magazine that we can hold in our hand and sit down and read. People younger than senior citizens, they'll subscribe to a digital copy and they'll have it sent to their phone or their computer or their tablet or whatever the case may be. But here's a neat trick. Go to your library. They have probably every magazine known to mankind, and you can sit down and read them in an air-conditioned building right there in your library. Here's one that's not going to save you any money, but it may save you some time. Unsubscribe from unwanted emails. You know, I get up in the morning, I fix coffee, I sit down at the dining room table. First thing I do is I open my email. And, you know, you get bombarded with, hey, buy this, hey, buy that. You know, you need to try this new thing or whatever the case may be. Go ahead and open that email, and either at the top of the email or at the bottom of the email, somewhere in that email, it's going to say, if you don't want to get these emails anymore, click here or click unsubscribe or whatever the jargon is that they're going to use in their email. Just click it. Sooner or later, you're going to stop waking up every morning to a mailbox full of junk, and that's basically what it amounts to. Impulse buying. Impulse buying is buying stuff you want but you don't need. You know, when you go shopping or you go into any store, you have to know the difference between these are things I need and these are things that I want. And you got to decide what's more important, the things that I need or the things that I want. And I think we all know which is more important. The things that you need to survive and get through your daily life is what's mostly more important. So, you know, if you go into the store and you see the latest shiny gizmo thingamajigger, whatever it may be, and you think, ooh, I'm going to put that in my cart, and you reach out and grab for it, stop and ask yourself, is this a want or is this a need? Put it down and say, let me give myself at least 24 hours. 48 would be better. Give yourself that much time to go home and really consider, do I really have to have this? Do I really want this? Is it going to make my life easier or better? Chances are, after 24 or 48 hours, you're going to be able to say, nope, I didn't need it, and I sure didn't have to pay for it. So here's a big one, and I'm as guilty, I'm sure, as anybody. We have a very deep pantry in our house. It's like 2 feet deep, and it's like 2 feet wide. And it's very dark in the back of that pantry. So, you know, you go to the grocery store, you've got your menu, what you're gonna eat for the week or 2 weeks, however you shop. You buy all this stuff and you bring it home and you start shoving it into the pantry. Then your phone rings and it's one of the kids and say, hey, Dad, we're going to go out to dinner. We're going for pizza. We want you guys to come join us. Like I'm going to turn down pizza. So these things, they get shoved back into the back corners of your pantry and they're never seen again. Eat first from your pantry and your freezer. Those are the two places where the food's hiding, folks. Trust me, it really is. It's in there. But you got to know what's in there in order to plan your meals better. Take one day, pull everything out of the freezer, and then take a notepad and a pen and write down, hey, I got 5 1-pound packages of hamburger, or I've got 2 smoked sausages, I've got a rack of pork ribs. Have an inventory, stick it on your refrigerator door in the house. Then you know what you're working with. Hey, I've got 2 full chickens in there. I need to take one out and stick it in the crock pot and pull all the meat off of it. There's going to be 3 meals right there, at least, probably. Do the same thing with your pantry. Pull everything out. Put all your canned vegetables over here and all your sauces over here and say, okay, now I know what I've got. What can I plan these meals around? And I'd be willing to bet you can probably eat most of your meals out of your pantry and your freezer for at least a week, probably even longer, or at least have a good start on a week's worth of meals just doing that. Next is credit cards. And I know I've talked about credit cards, but credit cards are the downfall to a lot of people, and it's not a pretty sight. If you use a credit card, and I do, and I'm sure most of the people out there use credit cards on a daily basis, pay it off as soon as that bill comes in. If you don't pay it off, you're just handing them money month after month. You're giving them free money where you could be putting that money into your retirement savings, paying off a car if you still owe on a car, paying off your house if you still owe on your house, putting it towards groceries or electric bill or whatever you've got that you need to pay each month. Use a credit card, but use it wisely. You've got to pay them off every month, if at all possible. Last thing I've got, my wife and I are trying this. Like I said earlier, today is August 31st, 2025. Tomorrow, September 1st, we are starting what we call No Spend September. Don't know how I'm going to do. I'm already starting to get a little shaky on the whole idea, but I've committed to it. I'm going to stick to it. So we'll see what happens. I'll be giving you guys updates during the month, and then a final report hopefully at the end of September. Basically, what's going to happen is we're going to shop for groceries, and we're going to keep gas in the car. We're not going to go out to eat. We're not going to go to the store and buy the latest, greatest shiny gizmo that everybody's got or has to have. We're not going to buy any plants to put around the house. We're buying food and we're buying gas, and we're going to see just how much money we can actually save during this month of September by not spending any unnecessary money. Now, if 30 days is too much of a chunk to bite off, try one day. Try 1 week. I made the mistake of saying we're going to do it for the whole month, so guess what? We're doing it for the whole month. Will we survive? Who knows? But we're going to find out. So give it a shot. Abbreviate it. Try, take it a little smaller. Like I say, take a day, take a week without going shopping, without spending any money other than the absolute essentials. Plan a menu. Get your grocery list together. When you go to the grocery store, stop and fill up the car. Then hopefully you won't have to the rest of the month. Folks, that's just some helpful tips, I hope. If you've got some tips that I didn't mention, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear what they are. So until next time, folks, you all take good care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you later.